to midday blaze in God's presence. I remain your anchor man, Apostle Izoduwa. Today, I will be dealing with a very serious issue, serious issue. And I want to believe that you are being blessed by what you hear from this channel. And I know it's really a blessing to you. Okay, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I'd like you to subscribe because you'll be getting mysteries that will add value to your life. What we do is to add value. It's not to condemn anyone. Yes, it's not to criticize anyone, but to add value. So you need to subscribe and follow us so that you'll be carried along. You know, we started by introducing you to the miracle worker, which is Jesus himself, the only begotten Son of God. I told you that Jesus is not a God. He's not a God. He's a medium to God. You get it now? Jesus is a medium to God. He's a medium to the Father. Every religion has a medium at which, even if you say traditional religions, yes. So we call it, I don't serve God, but I'm a traditional man. All of them lead to God. They have a medium at which they get to God. You must understand that. So for you to get more knowledge, there are books that you need to read. It's not as expensive as you think. They are in naira, some are in dollars. Go and get it. Go get books that will add values to you, to your existence, to your purpose. Yes. Okay. If you want to get the books, get our book from our bookstores, I'd like you to check the description box. Go to the description box and use the link to access our bookstores. There are a lot of books that you need that will add value to you. So go to our bookstores right now. Click the description box. But if you don't know what to do, send me a DM. Send me a private message. Or just write it on the comment box. And I will do justice to it. I will come to you as prompt as possible. I'm always online 24/7. Okay? All right. Today, we'll be dealing with bloodline patterns. Bloodline patterns. How bloodline patterns have affected a lot of people. Today, a lot of people are sick. I've said it before. You can't come out of that sickness until you deal with the root of the patterns that runs in your father's bloodline. Until you deal with it, until you deal with that patterns that run. Some is arthritis, some is BP, blood pressure, some is it runs. It runs. That's why I said get breaking chains. Breaking chains. When you get breaking chains, there's a form inside breaking chains that will help you discover the patterns that runs in your bloodline. It's there. Go and get that book. There is a form that you will fill. You don't need to bring it to me. It's just for you to know where you are coming from. You understand what I'm saying? Just for you to know the family you are coming from. You need to understand the patterns that run in that bloodline. Some bloodline is polygamy. Some is womanizing. Some is just sickness, from one sickness to the other. Some is untimely death. Some are untimely death. They die before their time. Some just exist in poverty, abject poverty. Some is madness. It was caused by one generation. It was brought in by one generation. One generation started it, and it runs through the blood. As long as you were born by that family, it runs through your blood. In life, many of us are suffering today because of the patterns that runs in our bloodline. Our character interference. These patterns can make you or destroy you. Look at it. There are families, look at from the grandfather to the father to even you right now. Wealth flows down. Let me give you an example. Whom you will quickly know. Go and do your if you have heard of Pastor Chris Oyakilome. Pastor Chris Oyakilome's grandfather was a pastor. His father, I don't know much about his father, but I knew from the little I knew, they said he was a deacon. Oyakilome is what? A pastor. Look at it. The grandfather was rich. Rich. When you say somebody is rich, he's rich. They tie a church to his name. I've seen it once, not twice, many times. I've seen the church. Oyakilome Temple. Oyakilome's temple. See, his father was rich. He himself is rich. Why? A pattern. It was a pattern that runs. And that kind of patterns is what you keep. That kind of patterns. I don't know about the health issues of that family, but I can tell you that the family also have a health pattern. Health pattern. Healthy pattern. Let me put it that way. Healthy patterns. It runs from the grandfather to the father, to the child, to the son. It runs. Blood patterns can make you. Blood patterns can destroy you. Today, I decree and declare every evil patterns that runs in your bloodline, you will put an end to them. You will put an end to them. You will put an end to them in the name of Jesus. Listen, the quickest way for you, see, information is what you need to be able to put an end to that pattern. Go and get that book, Breaking Chains. Breaking Chains. Breaking Chains will help you. We help you we help you discover the patterns that runs in your father's blood. Blood patterns can start with you. Blood patterns can start with your father. Blood patterns can start with your grandfather. Blood patterns can start with your great grandfather. It can also start with your third generation. It runs. If we read the book of Matthew, chapter 1, I think I've read that before. If you read from verse 2 to verse 6, how are you sorry, I could not pronounce your name. How are you doing today? God bless you. If you are hearing me, can you please give me a thumb? Can you give me a thumbs up? If you are hearing me on YouTube, I'm talking to them on YouTube. If you are hearing me, give me a thumbs up. No problem. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I'm dealing with blood patterns. God bless you. I'm dealing with blood patterns. If you have any questions, on this, can you just drop it and I will deal with it right now. But where I am now is Matthew chapter 1. Matthew chapter 1, verse 2. I'll just quickly do the reading from the Bible. Matthew chapter 1. All right. God bless you. Jesus is still the healer. Everything I'm telling you here, Jesus is still the answer. Jesus is the answer to all problem. Is the answer to all problem. Matthew chapter 1 verse 2. Abraham begat Isaac. Isaac begat Jacob. Jacob begat Judas and his brethren. And Judas begat Phares and Zerah of Tamar. And Phares begat Esrom. Esrom begat Aram. And Aram begat Aminadab. Aminadab begat Nason. And Nason begat Salmon. Salmon begat Booz of Rechab. And Booz begat Obed of Ruth. And Obed begat Jesse. Now, if you count it, no, I'm not talking about Judas Iscariot. I'm talking about Judas, the fourth son of Jacob. I'm not talking about Judas Iscariot. Judas Iscariot appear in New Testament, but this one is the generation of Abraham lineage. That is the son of Jacob. The son of Jacob. Now let's return. Now, there are principles or patterns that govern humanity. There are principles that governs humanity. If you break any of those principles, it is either it will bring a curse to you. That is, a curse must follow. A curse must follow if you break the principles that governs humanity. If you obey according to Job chapter 36 verse 11, it says, if they will obey and serve, they will spend their days in prosperity. It's a command. They will spend their days in prosperity and their years in pleasure. If you read verse 12, you will see the curse that follow if you disobey. It either bring you a blessing by obeying, break it, it will bring you a curse. Please follow closely. In life, if there is any error in your bloodline, you don't know it. If you are not careful in managing the errors, you will make more errors than even your fathers that started the errors. That is it. Now, let me go to the sin of Judah. The sin of Judah took away the crown of kings in Israel for 10th generation. Let me take you to the Bible. He took away the crown of 10th generation. 10th generation. They lost the crown. How? I know that's the question you are asking. Let me take you to the book of Deuteronomy 23. I'm talking about bloodline patterns. Please follow me closely. Bloodline patterns. He break just breaking the laws, the principle that governs their life, their patterns, the humanity. Listen to this. In Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 2, the Bible says God began to give laws to the children of Israel. It says, a bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to his 10th generation, that he not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Because of time, I will leave it in that place. Listen to this. A bastard means someone born out of illegitimate birth. That means your parents did not pay your bride price. The problem is not you. The problem is your parents. So don't destroy yourself, okay? Don't question God. Why me? Why was my father? No, it was an error that you need to fix. You need to fix it. That's why if you are born out of wedlock, you must be very, very, very careful. How long do you have what? How do you, okay, I still have like 15 minutes. I still have like 15 minutes, depending on when I'm able to, pass the message, because I needed to pass a message to this generation. Okay, so listen to this. One that is born of illegitimate birth, it is not the fault of the child. God still works with children that are born of illegitimacy. So don't condemn yourself. It is not your problem. It is your father's problem. But what you need to do is to be careful. That's why you need to get that book. When you get the book, go through the form. When you get through the form, help yourself to understand where you are coming from. Because there are certain things that you don't know that these things are errors. If you don't know that these things are error, you begin to make the error again and again and again and again. You get it now. So if you don't know that illegitimate birth is an error, because it runs in your blood, you will also make the same mistake. So you correct it by working on your emotions. You correct it by working on your emotions so that you will not repeat the errors of your parents, because it's deadly and is very costly. Shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to the 10th generation. That's why if you read that Matthew that I've read before, you will discover that after Jacob died, the next man in the family that was supposed to carry the crown of the family, God bless you, God bless you. The next man that's supposed to carry the crown was Jacob. But Jacob, there is a pattern that runs in Abrahamic family, that the first child don't wear the crown. The first child don't wear the crown. The first child that came from the loins of Abraham was Ishmael. He did not wear the crown. Isaac escaped it because polygamy also runs in the family of Abraham. But Isaac escaped it. But he could not escape the first child inheriting the patterns of the first child losing the crown. So the crown was given to Jacob by error and by tricks. Whether by tricks, whether by error, or whatever. It is a pattern that runs. It is a pattern that runs. First, let's see the origin of the bloodline which he could not manage. Genesis chapter 49. Genesis chapter 49. Please follow me closely so that you understand where I am going and where I am coming from. Blood patterns. Blood patterns. The patterns that run. The patterns that deny him the crown. Genesis 49. Genesis 49, verse 3. Now listen to this. Reuben, thou art my firstborn. Jacob speaking. Reuben, thou art my what? My firstborn. Go, just follow close. My might and the beginning of my strength, the excellence of my dignity. The excellence of power. The excellency of power. Unstable as water, thou shalt not excel, because thou wentest up to thy father's bed, then defiled it. Thou, he went up to my couch. Verse 5, that was the first child. That is, Reuben was the first child. Now, the second child, Simeon and Levi, are brethren. Instrument of cruelty are in their habitation. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, into their assembly. My honor, be not thou united, for in their anger they slew a man. In their self will they dig down a wall. Verse 7, curse be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath or wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob and scatter them in Israel. Verse 8. Now, the first child was Reuben. The second was Simeon. And then the third child was Levi. Follow me closely. Now, verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemy. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion, and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah. Now, the father had given the crown to him by pronouncing a word. The scepter, that means the authority of the family, of the Abrahamic family, of the Isaac family, of the Jacob family, shall not depart from Judah. You get it now? It shall not depart from Judah. Now, you can discover, you are now seeing that Abraham did not give his first child. Abraham did not give his first child. Judah was not the firstborn of Jacob, but because there was a pattern in the family bloodline, Judah became the chosen one, firstborn or family crown prince. Oh yes, family crown prince. Let's see the origin of this family bloodline patterns. It started with Abraham. I've told you, Genesis 16, verse 15. Abraham had Ishmael. And in Genesis 21, Abraham had Isaac. Abraham had Isaac by Sarah. In Genesis 25, Abraham took a new wife whose name was called Keturah. And the Bible says she bore many sons for him. Genesis 25. Genesis 25. Look at what Abraham did there. Just the same way. Genesis 25, verse 1. Genesis 25. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. And she bore him Zimram, and Joktim, and Midian, and Midian. Let's leave that. And Joktam, okay. Let's go to verse 5. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac, but unto, verse 6, but unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac, his son. Patterns were born. Patterns were born. You have to be very, very careful. Abraham gave his blessing, that is the crown, the scepter, the authority of the family to Isaac. And that was what Isaac passed on to Jacob when he gave his blessing. When he gave his blessing. The Bible do not stress more on it, but there are books that talks about it, such as the book of Yasa, and then I think the book of Enoch also talk about it. I've not dwelled much about that. The crown was given to Isaac. It was the same crown that Jacob passed on to Judah. Now, what happened to Judah was that Judah messed up with the crown, and a curse followed him. He messed up with the crown. How did he do that? Genesis chapter 46. Let me see. Chapter 46. Genesis 46. Genesis 46. I'll just touch it a little. I want to just give you proof. Galabodes kebredone kovri integrabalato krepalatu kabash. Zemento glabande glass. It's not here, it's not here, it's not here. Galabadabadesh. Oh, no. Is it 46? Man grados embegeletush. Sorry, 35. 35. Let me see, 35. No. I've missed it. Okay, let me give you the story. I missed. Okay, verse 38, chapter 38, sorry, not, it's 38. This is where I'm going to. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adulamite, whose name was Hira. And Judah saw, listen to this, and Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua, and he took her and went into her, and she conceived and bare a son, and he called his name Er. And she conceived again and bare a son, and called his name Onam. And she yet conceived again and bare a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was at Shezeb when he born him. And Judah took a wife for Er, his firstborn, whose name was Tamar. And Er, Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. You know, I went this far to bring you these informations because I need to round up. I need to round up, but I will continue from here. I want you to share this video. Share it, like it, follow, subscribe, because I will continue from this place. I want to give you patterns, how patterns ruin people. Even this story I'm telling you now, what happens to this man was that when he gave his son's first son died, the second son died, and his wife had died also. So he went out, and he saw a prostitute, or know that this prostitute was the wife of his dead sons, slept with her, and that was where he made the grievous mistakes. He had a child. And when she had a child, Zerah It was even twins, Zerah and Phares. That's why in the genealogy, the legitimate sons of Judah were not mentioned. It was the illegitimate sons, the woman he slept with. That's what they recorded in Matthew. The woman he slept with that he did not pay the bride price was the woman that eventually gave him the heir to the throne. And then Zerah was supposed to wear the crown, but because the sin of fornication was fighting him, because in Deuteronomy 23, verse 2, he says, no bastard. At that point, Zerah was considered a bastard. You see what the patterns of his own error brought into his life. Now, the grandfather never ceded his crown to his first child. That was understood because there was an error that was caused by the wife that advised the patriarch to sleep with his maid or sleep with her maid so as to give her a child because of old age. But the promises of God, when God promises you, wait, it doesn't matter. You can't die. When you carry the mantles of God on your head, you can't die. That's the truth. When you carry the mantle, when you carry the light of God on you, you can't die. You can't die. Nothing will happen to you. You can't die. See, a lot of people have been subjected to bondage through the fear of death. Why you are afraid of death when death has not come? You are calling it when you are afraid. I would say it's in 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. It says, God have not given us the spirit of fear. So the spirit of fear is coming from somewhere. Kill it. Someone say, Pastor, you can't kill the spirit of fear. I will continue from here. You can kill it. You can kill it. You can kill it by living above emotion. Grow above your emotions and tell yourself, God has said, wait for him. If God is not speaking, it does not mean he's not hearing you. He's just saying, wait. Wait. That's what he's saying. Wait. Wait. I need to close. I need to end this video right now. I'd like you to share it. Know your patterns. Know the patterns that runs in your bloodline. Knows the patterns that runs in your bloodline. If you want to know, go to the comment box. There are links on the comment box that you will click on that will take you straight to our bookstores. Look for Breaking Chains. Inside Breaking Chains, chapter 8 and chapter 9 is a form that will help you discover where you are coming from so that you can handle it. I'll talk more on these blood patterns tomorrow. But don't forget, tomorrow, which is Friday night, I will be handling sickness. I will be praying for sick people. So don't forget to tune in. And as you stay close to that sickness, that sick person, you can go to the hospital and be praying from here. Distance is not a barrier. God will answer. I say God will answer. May God bless you. May God keep you. May God cause his face to shine upon you. Go ahead and share this broadcast. Share it. Just share it. Let somebody be blessed. This information is very, very key to your life, to your purpose. Yes, it's key to your purpose. Share it. Follow. Subscribe. And let the name of the Lord be praised. That's any way you can support us. Listen, every book you buy, support somebody. Support somebody who are going through pain. Yes, we do that every other time. I don't keep record of maybe I should start doing it now, so that when we give out to the society, we put it. There is no need. There is no point. There is no point. Go and get your book today. There are a lot of books there. A lot of people have made a mistake from anger. You see the problem that end Simon and Levi, that end them, that took them away from the original purpose of God was anger. I have a book that will help you manage your anger. If possible, take down the anger by using the principles of God to manage your life, to manage your anger. Your marriage will not break. Your marriage will be preserved if you know how to handle your anger. I will see you midnight blaze. God bless you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom.